Hello everybody, today is a project pan update. I'm quite excited because there are lots of changes happening this time around. Lots of new products are making their way in, which is quite fun. I really have enjoyed having a little bit of a perk up in the products that I'm using. Some of them are in there temporarily and they're going to rotate out or be rotated out as I get more bored with things. But let's try and sort through what we have in, what we're getting out, what's going on. All right, so this is what we have going on. Some of this stuff is going to be rotated out because I'm kind of sick of it. Some of this stuff is going to be staying in and I'll be sharing my progress. And some of the things are going to be new, and there are lots and lots of new products that are making their way in currently. I would first apply primer. In terms of primer, I have my VDL Lumi Layer Primer. It is extremely low at this point. I think there's only maybe one update in there. I don't think it's going to live through another one. Although, you know, nothing is impossible. If I will feel like not using it at all in the next month, then I'll probably not finish it, but there's a pretty decent chance of it being done. So that's definitely a candidate for finishing up for next time. It's a glowy primer. It's not greasy. It sets. Just a beautiful product. Korean Cosmetics. This particular one, easy to use, and to me, an excellent product. I would be very happy to repurchase it in the future. I have a few primers to get through before that, but it's one that I would definitely consider for repurchase. So it's staying in. Excuse the noise. My son and my husband are streaming on Twitch. They're playing video games. It might get a little loud. I isolated myself in a room as much as possible, but sometimes it's just not possible to isolate the noise. So the second primer that I have in here that I added last time is this Lise Wattier Complexion Blurring Balm. This is a basic balm-like silicone primer that fills in pores and smooths the texture. I obviously have used some of it this time around. As you can see, there's a little bit of a dent. Last time it was pretty full. Basically, I used it maybe once or twice just to test it out before that. I suspect that this is going to last me a while, but I will continue using it. It's a nice pore-filling primer. Those balm-like pore-filling primers, very similar to the one from Tarte. I enjoy them, actually. So I will probably be finding something similar to this in the future, but I'm just enjoying it. I like it. I'm going to continue using it, and it's been working really well for me. In terms of concealers, right? So this is not a concealer. It's a pot that I depotted the concealers into because they got so flat. Those were Bare Pro concealers from Bare Minerals. I had two shades in there. Both of them are in here. And basically what I did was I depotted what was left inside the bullet after the bullet was flat. It's interesting because that's quite a lot of concealer. That's like a third of what was in there. So I was kind of right to assume that there was plenty of product in the bullet after the bullet got flat. So I actually will have a lot longer use of this product than I imagined initially, because it is a bullet product. It is a cream, like a thick cream, and you can see how well it pressed into a container that I had. I just didn't want to continue to scoop things out. I wanted to be able to use my finger very easily, like easy to reach for. I wanted it to be an easy thing. That's why I depotted it. Do that with your products. If you have an empty container that is pretty and very compact and easy to use, just depot your cream products in there if you're finding that they're uncomfortable to use or just getting hard to reach for. So I have depotted my concealers. Both of them are now in here. I have shades 01 and 03. Both of them are in here. I'll continue showing you progress now in this little compact because I'm just trying to get things to be not too bulky, basically. In terms of powder, I have this Guerlain Lingerie Depot powder in 01 Pale Beige, and I have it in the lightest shade, and you can see that it's completely gone. I kind of was anticipating it because I repressed it, and it was very, very thin, like paper thin, basically, in the compact last time, and now it's completely gone. So I am happy about it. I am going to put that aside as a used up product, and I'm going to introduce another powder. And this time around, I was thinking of decluttering this guy for a while, but I'm going to try and see if I can use it up maybe. This is a setting powder, Blur and Set Matte Loose Setting Powder, Unifier and Fixer from Milk Makeup. It's full. So we'll see how it goes. I have been kind of thinking, you know, if I hate it, I'll just declutter it and give it to someone and kick it out of Project Pan. And if I don't hate it, I'll just use it up because I have a few powders to get through. And this one just needs to go somehow, one way or another. And I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I think it's a decent powder. It's nothing special. I'll report back, I guess, next update once I really got into using it. We'll see how it goes over the summer, and specifically I'm introducing it now because it is called Matte Loose Setting Powder. So I'm assuming it's matte. I'm assuming matte powder is going to be good for the summer. We'll see how it goes. I like the packaging okay. I don't like having this flap with the sifter, but in general, you know, matte powders are just or loose powders are just messy, so you can't really do anything about that. I guess this is okay. So I will use this Milk Makeup powder for the next month, and then I'll decide whether I will long-term keep it into the project or if I am going to give it away or get rid of it in some other way. So this one is going in, first product that I'm putting in. Then I have the Champs-Élysées Guerlain Meteorites powder. This one is continuing to decrease in amount of smaller and smaller pearls. Just, you know, there's not much left, but on the other hand, this is a finishing powder and it's probably going to take me a long time to completely use it up. I'm anticipating maybe 3 or 4 updates, so no time soon. However, this is a really excellent finishing powder. It's nice and reflective, so if you want a glowy finish, this is a good one to use. I don't always use that. I'm gonna see. I'm probably going to do this powder whenever I want a glowier finish, and I'm going to do the matte powder whenever I want a more matte finish, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna play around. This one is gonna stick around for sure because I do like it, and I know I do like it. It's slowly decreasing in amount, but you know, very hard to track. It's meteorites, so the pearls roll around. It's very difficult to like really capture on camera whether it's improving or decreasing in amount or not. When it comes to foundation, I have this Double Wear Light Soft Matte Hydro Makeup from Estee Lauder. This one's done finally. It's been in since January, and May, well, it's done in May, so I'm happy to report this one is being kicked out because it's completed. There's no more left. I am not putting in any foundations this time around because I want to think about what I want in terms of a longer term foundation and the Project Pan. I'm going to think about which one I want to start with. Maybe next update I'll let you know which foundation I'm moving in. But for now, I'm just going to keep the Double Wear Light as an empty and not replace it at the moment. I just need a little bit of time to figure it out. So Double Wear Light is done. Let's talk cheeks. This Butter Blush from Physicians Formula in Plum Rose, I have repressed. So again, very difficult to tell how much I've used up, but I'm using it pretty consistently. I'm using it to shape the back of my cheeks. It's a pretty neutral blush tour sort of shade, very versatile, very easy to use. I'll probably be repurchasing it in the future. I really like Butter Blush formula, one of my favorite formulas for blushes ever. And well, I mean, I guess we'll see. Well, I'm anticipating we'll see Pan next time again. I'll continue to repress it because it's a very soft powder, so it starts dusting pretty easily. So I'll just continue repressing it until I'm completely done with it. I suspect maybe 2 or 3 more updates and this should be completed, but you know, hard to say. It's a blush. Blushes are difficult to predict. So let's put it back in. A palette that I introduced last time is the Hermes Beauty Signature Set Monk Collection palette. I've done a number on it. Like, I've been using it, not every day, but a lot of days of the week I've been using it. I've been using every single shade, and every single pan has expanded, and I'll continue using it because it's a very nice product. I've used up one of the same colorway before, so one exactly like this one last year, and then I've also used up also either last year or the year before the Pop collection, so a different colorway of the same product. I like the small pans. I like that I can get through them before they go bad. That's all very attractive to me. I suspect maybe 3 more updates on this one, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It has a lip balm, which I use in the mornings when I'm starting my makeup. I would put a lip balm on before I get to the lip products. It has the chance to sink in. There are 2 cheek and lip colors, cheek to lip, lip to cheek. That's how they're called in the RMS lineup. And there are 2 highlighters. One of them is the Master Mixer, more of a bronzy color, and one of them is Living Luminizer, their iconic color. I like all 5 of these products, and I will continue using them. I'm least impressed with the balm, probably, but it's fine. It's like it's a lip balm, so whatever. So I'll keep using this. It's very satisfying to see progress on a product like that. In terms of continuing with the cheeks, I am putting in a powder blush because I want to see how it goes, basically, with that powder blush. It's a Tom Ford Sheer Cheek Duo. There's nothing sheer about it. The color is 04 Exotic Flora. It's actually a very pigmented set of blushes. There are 2 here. One is peach and one is pink. And as you can see, I've been using the peach one, orangey peach, quite a lot. And I've been concentrating my brush on this side. Again, I've hit pan on it on that side. I would just concentrate my brush specifically there. It's on my cheeks today, so that's what that one looks like. And the pink one I've been using way less because I don't tend to gravitate towards pink blushes as much. This is something that I think I'm going to put in with an intention to use until I'm tired of it and then rotating out. So I'm not actually thinking that I'm going to complete both of these blushes. I just want to get some use out of them. So I'm placing them here. I'm going to keep them in here. And in a few updates, a couple of updates probably, I'll track progress. And then in a couple of days of updates, I'm going to rotate them out. So this is a new blush that I'm introducing. Blushes are very hard to pan, so I'm not actually expecting to do so with this one, but let it be there. Let me try it. We'll see how it goes. And I've been wanting to use brighter blushes these days anyway. Brows. There was one brow product in the last update that I knew I was going to run out of, and it's Instant Lift Brow Pencil from e.l.f. It's completely gone. I like the spoolie. I liked this brow product. It's the shade that I used was taupe. I really enjoy it. What can I say? I will repurchase it. I think it's a fantastic value for money. I think the texture is right. I think it wore long enough, pretty well for an eyebrow pencil. Wasn't fading. Just a good product. I can't complain. I really liked it. If you like micro pencils, you might want to try a different one because this is not micro. This is pretty regular tip. But I thought that was just a nice, quick, good quality product. And especially, you know, if you're on a budget, then e.l.f. is fantastic. So that's another one that I've finished off this past month. Instead, I will be adding a brow palette. This is Brow Artiste palette in the colorway Dark from Youngblood. There are 3 products in here. I'm not sure if I'll finish up all 3. Now, the powder that best matches me is this lighter one, and there is a brow wax. This makes it pretty long wearing. The product today is in my brows, and if you want a little sharpness at the wing of the brow, at the end of the brow, tail of the brow, I believe it's called, you might want to use some of the darker one. I'm not sure if I'll finish the darker one. I will finish the lighter color, and I would maybe finish the brow wax. We'll see. But once the lighter color is out, I think it's going to be a challenge. The darker color is just too dark for my brows, so I'll probably either declutter it or use it up as a liner or as a shadow. I'll probably continue using it maybe I'll just use it as a liner or as a shadow as I'm using up the brow product. We'll see how it goes, but definitely the lighter brow shade I will use up because it's very close to my favorite, which is Omega from MAC. That's my perfect brow shade, and that lighter one is pretty close to it. So a brow palette is entering. We're going to see how it goes. I don't know if I've ever used a brow palette before, but it's an easy thing to incorporate. I need a brow product of some sort, and the one I was using is done. So brow palette it is. Eyes. We have this quad from MAC, which I continuously refill with different colors as I run out of colors. So initially, when I started, I had white, which was gesso. I've used it up, and I put in a bone color. I forget what the name is, but it's like a basically an ivory. So I've put in an ivory color. I had soft brown in here initially, and I've used up soft brown mostly as a bronzer, and I've put in a pink, medium pink color in here for crease, for working with the eye socket. I forget what the name of that one is. And I've finished off a peach color down here, and I've put in like a cool purpley color, which I think is H-O-U-X, I think. And here we have Smog, I believe, which I use as a liner, and it's slowly going. So maybe once I use this liner up, I'll focus on the brow powder to use as an eyeliner, which is in my brow palette. We'll see. But this one is a nice sort of dark gray, a very dark gray, which I put a drop into the color. I put a drop of a long wear setting spray into here, and then I pick it up and make kind of like a liner paste almost, and use it as a cake liner, which I really like doing. I've been doing that move for years, and it creates a really long lasting result. So I have 3 out of the 4 shades that initially were there have been used up. So I've used up 3 eyeshadows already, which is pretty good. And the 4th one is like really, I'm making very good progress. And since last update, I've hit pan on this this cool shade over here, the cool purpley shade. So I'm pretty happy with the progress. I will continue using the quad. I will continue refilling it as needed. And I really like doing that because you can just have your basic shades in there and use the basic shades up as you need to. Then with eyes, I'm including actually 2 eyeliners. So that's quite a bit new into the project. One of them is a MAC Catch My Eye Fluid Line Liner. I've had it, I've used it mostly actually not as a liner. Today it's on me as a liner, but usually I use it as a wash of color for an eyeshadow or an eyeshadow base if I'm doing greigey look. It's a nice silvery taupe with a golden sparkle, very, very pretty color. I think super neutral will go with everything. It looks really good diffused with a fluffy synthetic brush, just all over the lid as a wash of color. I will probably use it up within the next 6 months or so. I suspect, you know, these kinds of products, and it's deceptively small in terms of a container, but the product is pretty pigmented, so it doesn't take much to get it to work. Therefore, I suspect this is going to last a long time, but I'm going to get through it, I'm sure. New product in. Let's talk lips. So I have a lip liner here that I introduced last time. It's Velvet Gel Lip Liner in neutral pink from Marcel. I like it. It's on me today under a reddish lip. Definitely it's shorter than it was, so no question about it. I am using it. I like it. Again, this is a fun thing to have in because I wear lip liners a lot. It's really not a struggle for me to finishing them up. Bullet lipsticks are a different story. I struggle with bullet lipsticks. I do not struggle finishing up lip liners. This one is it's called neutral pink. It's not really pink. It's more like, it's beige basically. It's a very light color, which is why I picked it, because I wanted a lighter lip liner for spring and summer. I think there are a few updates left in it for sure. Takes me maybe 3 or 4 months to finish up a full lip liner, which I started new. So this guy in a month, I would say pretty decent amount of use. I'm enjoying it, and I will continue using it. So no problem with that one whatsoever. The lip gloss. I was kind of hoping that it's going to be done this update because there's just so very little left. I don't think that it's going to survive until the next update, but Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm and Fussy still going strong. No, it's not going strong. It's going weak. There's very little left. It's not my favorite formula. It's a wonderful color, so I'm just accepting the formula. It's a little sticky, but it wears okay and it's pretty moisturizing. I'm not a big fan of the smell. I think lots of people like it. I don't like the fruit pebble sort of smell. I prefer maybe something a little different, but I mean, I don't mind it. I can live with a bit of stickiness and lip smacker smell. Like I can live with it. The color is nice. The shine is right. The lip gloss is almost done. There's almost nothing left. So I'm kind of excited. This is going to be a goner for next time, along with some of the other stuff that I have, but definitely a candidate for finishing up. I don't see myself not finishing it up. There's just so very little left. Then we have 3 lipsticks that I'm kicking out. So I had them in not as a use up goal, but as a goal of just, you know, keeping them in so that I get good use out of them. So they're 3 Gourmand Velours lipsticks, and they are a beautiful formula. I really like Les Swatier lipsticks in general, but Gourmand Velours are very, very nice. I enjoy them. It's a product that I've had good use from, but I'm kind of getting bored with them, and also the colors aren't right for later spring and summer. The first one, I've used some since last update, but really not very much. Anyway, none of them have a lot of use. That's also why I'm rotating them out, because this tells me I'm not picking them up. I'm reaching for other stuff. So Almond Cake is the neutral color. It's a little darker nude. I think it's going to be great for fall, and in the fall maybe I'll attempt to use it up completely. But this is a wonderful cool weather neutral nude color, which I actually really like. But you know, it's springtime. I'm not really reaching for these colors, so it's gonna go back into the drawers to try and use it up later. Then we have Gourmand Velours and Cake Pop, and this one is a cool pink, sort of purpley pink. Again, I think wonderful for cooler weather, maybe early spring or fall. Goes very well with purple outfits, but not something that I've been reaching for lately. So I am going to rotate that one out. And in terms of red, I have Gourmand Velours Red Velvet. This is a lipstick that I use when I reach for red lips. Today, that's not what's on me. I have a different one. I have one from Chanel, like a lac lipstick, that I have blotted onto my lips. It's not this color. This color is a very neutral, beautiful red. Love the color. Will continue using it, but I just don't know whether it makes sense for me to have a red lipstick in my project pan, because I wear a red lipstick maybe once a week, and that amount of use isn't really going to make a big difference. So tracking it is a little pointless. So I'm just going to put that back into my drawer, use it as I use it whenever I reach for a red, and maybe keep stuff that I use all the time, like multiple times a day, into the project pan so that I can actually make some progress. Speaking of, I'm adding 2 lip products. I'm adding a lot this time around. One of them is from Yves Saint Laurent, and this is Volupte Sheer Candy lipstick in 4. This is kind of like a tinted lip balm situation. I don't have a ton left. I've used it a lot. Most of the lipstick is gone, maybe 2/3, and maybe 1/3 remaining. I really like it. This is a nice lipstick. It gives you a slight tint to the lips, very easy to reapply. I found that it doesn't melt in the summer in the purse, so that's a big positive. Plus, it's a very, very pretty package. I mean, I'm a sucker for pretty packaging, so a lipstick that looks good without opening it up is an extra perk that I really, really enjoy. So I think this one probably will last me maybe 2 or 3 updates, I suspect, depending on whether I want to dig into the bullet or not. We'll see. So this one goes in. Welcome lipstick. And the second one is from Chanel. It's Rouge Coco Shine in 46 Liberté. Again, here I've used up maybe half of it already, so I just wanted to introduce it into Project Pan so I can finish it. It's a beautiful lipstick. It's a sheer. I like the sheer ones, the Coco Shine line. I think maybe they replaced it with a different line that's very similar, but these are sheer, wash of color, extremely comfortable moisturizing lipsticks that really feel like a lip balm on the lips. And I have this one under a red stain today on my lips, just for comfort. This is a very, very comfortable product, and in the summer you don't want anything sticky because you might have your hair down, the wind might be blowing, might be sticking to your lip gloss or lipstick. So I don't like sticky products on my cheeks, on my lips, anywhere. So this one is a really handy little guy. It wears well. I love the Coco Shine line because it's very easy to use for me. And Liberté is a very neutral, My Lips by Better color for me. So I feel like for Project Pan, I generally pick stuff that is kind of My Lips by Better, but better, or tinted, because those are the products I reach for the most, because they're no fuss apply without a mirror kind of product. And Rouge Coco Shine kind of are that for me. So I am adding both of these guys in. Therefore, 3 lipsticks are kicked out because I've introduced them as a sort of use goal, not encourage myself to use them, not to finish them up goal. And there are 3 products that are finished. 2 of them are complexion products, which is a big deal. So Lingerie Depot Powder Foundation and the Double Wear Light Foundation. So basically 2 foundations. That's pretty good. And the brow product, I go through brow products several times a year because I'm pretty consistent with doing my brows, and I don't do a lot of variety. I'm like, whichever brow product I have in, I'm going to use up until it's complete, and then I'm going to move on to a different brow product. So I don't really require a lot of variety in the brow category, but lips, I really like a lot of variety. So as you can see, these 2 though, I'm putting in with an intention to use them up. And next update, I might rotate some things to play with and use that are very summery, that I'm probably not going to want to finish up necessarily, because that wouldn't be realistic, but that I want to include and encourage myself to use more. So this is a lot of new stuff. Like, I have added a ton. 3 out, 3 back into the drawers. And how many did I add? Let's see. I think I added 7 products. That's insane. We'll see. I'm continuing to use things up. I suspect that a couple of products are going to be out next time. Probably the stuff that I'm expecting to use up is going to be Fenty Beauty Lip Gloss and the VDL Lumi Layer Primer. These are the 2 things I'm kind of expecting to finish up. I think they're going to be done. The rest, who knows? We're going to see. That's it for today. See you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Write down below what is going on in your project pan if you're doing one, or what have you finished in the last few weeks. That would be curious for me to know. Stay well, stay healthy, and stay happy. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.